welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are focusing iteration statements in C++. Iteration statements in C++. What do you mean by iteration? Actually, iteration statements allows a set of instructions to be performed repeatedly until a certain condition is fulfilled. That means a particular task to be executed repeatedly. So, a particular task to be executed repeatedly. That is the use of iteration statement. This is also called looping statement or loops. Looping statements or loops. There are two types of loop. First one is entry control loop. Entry control loop. Other one is exit control loop. Entry control loop, under this in C++ there are three loops are there, that is mainly classified into two classifications, that is entry control loop and exit control loop. Entry control loop, under entry control loop two types of statements are coming. First one is for and other one is while. Here exit control loop means do while loop. These are the three loops available in C++. So we know that loops are used for doing a particular task in a repeated manner. That is use of. In C++, for loop is the easiest loop to understand of C++ concepts. Okay. So the general form of or syntax of for loop is for initialization expression, test expression, update expression. Here body of the loop. This is the syntax of for loop. For loop, first one initialization expression, test expression, update expression. Please note that there is no semicolon at the end of this loop, and here after that if there is only one statement there is no need to include curly braces. If there are two types of more than one statement, you have to include in curly brace. This is the way we need to use it. So for instance, we can tell it as I can use one variable for that I equal to 1, I less than 10, I plus plus. I can write here C out I. So what will be, you can guess that what will be that answer or output of that this statement. Inside the program you can use for loop. It is very easiest loop in C++. This is a syntax of this loop. So for instance, for I equal to 1, I less than 10, I plus plus. See that, make a note that in between these phases you have to use semicolon. Don't get confused with that. I equal to 1, after that semicolon, I less than 10 and I plus plus. I equal to 1 is known as initialization expression. Initialization means giving initial value to a variable. Then test expression means till which time or how many times this loop should be executed. That we are telling less than 10. When the value of I less than 10, only it will be executed, otherwise it will terminate. The loop will be terminated. And in update expression actually means increment or decrement, whatever it is. So first value will be 1, then after that it will be executing this statement. After that again it will be coming here after incrementation 2 will be like that way it will be. So output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the output of this one. So this is the easiest loop in C++. We can include all these three phases in one sentence itself. And one more thing, whenever the for loop uses, we are giving initial value and that final value or update expression also at the time of entry itself. So it is coming under entry control loop. So we can see what is the next while loop. What is the syntax of while loop? While loop. Here actually while expression, if there are more than one statement or compound statement, we can include which one? This curly braces. Okay, there is no semicolon here also. Don't put a semicolon at the end of while expression. So here what is the difference is, here in the case of for loop we are adding initial value, update expression and test expression and update expression together in one line. But here we are giving expression only here, and in the statements or body of the loop we are enclosing in this loop. But while using while loop, we have to initialize the variable first, initialize the variable, and after that you have to write while expression, you have to write here, and statements you have to, whichever the statements you need to execute you can include. After that increment or decrement you have to use, or update expression you are using. See the difference between for loop and while loop. For loop we are doing all those three phases in one sentence itself, or one phase in one line itself. Here initialization before starting the while loop, and after that we are enclosing, which is the body of statement, body of the loop we need to execute, and after that update expression we are. This is the difference between these two. Here also we are giving the value, how many times the loop should be executed, we are giving at the time of entering into the while loop itself. So for instance we can see that I equal to 0 while I less than 10, see out I, then I plus plus. See the difference? So initialization here, and which one? Test expression here, and this one is update expression. So in the case of while loop we are doing all these three steps in different three lines, and this way also we can do. Whenever we are applying these loops, it will be almost in the same way itself it will be executing. There is no change in the time of executing and all. This is known as entry control loop. For loop and while loop is known as entry control loop. And another one is do while loop, that we can see in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.